Welcome, seekers of history's hidden gems. Today, I invite you to embark on a journey that will redefine what you think you know about the Knights Templar. We all recognize their storied legacy as warriors clad in white tunics, adorned with the Crimson Cross, or as shrewd bankers who helped forge the foundations of modern finance. But let us turn our gaze to an often overlooked aspect of their story: the seas. Yes, the Knights Templar were not just soldiers and financiers, they were masters of the waves. From the windswept shores of La Rochelle to the bustling harbors of Marseille and onward to the fortress city of Acre in the Holy Land, the Templars wielded a naval power that rivaled the mightiest fleets of their time. Their ships carried more than goods and troops. They carried the ambitions of an entire era. Today we'll uncover the very ports that served as lifelines for their campaigns, the ingenious designs of their ships, the battles that proved their naval mettle, the trade routes that swelled their coffers, and the enduring legacy that echoes through the annals of maritime history. By the time we've finished, you'll never look at the Templars the same way again. And if history's secrets intrigue you as much as they do me, be sure to subscribe to this channel. Hit the like button, share this with your fellow history buffs, and let's ensure the past stays alive for generations to come. Chapter 1. Anchoring Power. The strategic ports of La Rochelle, Marseille, and Acre. To truly grasp the scope of the Templars' naval prowess, we must first anchor ourselves in the ports that were their lifeblood. These harbors were not mere stopping points. They were the nerve centers of a vast maritime network. La Rochelle, on the Atlantic coast of France, was a hub of frenetic activity. It was here that Templar ships set sail, laden with supplies and reinforcements bound for the Holy Land, a gateway connecting Europe to the Crusader states. In the glittering Mediterranean, Marseille became much more than a harbor. It was a thriving economic engine. Through this bustling port, the Templars traded goods, forged alliances, and funded their holy campaigns. And finally, Acre, a name synonymous with the Crusades themselves. Acre wasn't just a port, it was a fortress by the sea. From this vantage, the Templars controlled the flow of goods and soldiers, securing their place as the undisputed masters of Crusader logistics. These ports were more than dots on a map. They were lifelines for war, trade, and diplomacy. But ports alone do not a navy make. Now let us venture into the waters themselves to examine the ships that carried the Templars' ambitions. Chapter 2. Ships of Destiny. Templar Innovations in Naval Engineering. If the ports were the heartbeat of the Templar fleet, their ships were the muscle. These vessels were marvels of medieval engineering, designed to conquer the waves and carry the Order's mission to every corner of the known world. The caravels, with their sleek, nimble design, were ideal for swift, long-range missions. Their galleys, sturdy and powerful, formed the backbone of the fleet, capable of transporting knights, horses, and supplies with remarkable efficiency. But the genius of the Templars didn't stop at the ships themselves. They devised innovative methods for transporting horses across vast distances, an advancement that allowed their mounted knights to unleash devastating force upon arrival. And here's something you won't want to miss. Later in the video, we'll reveal how these maritime innovations left a lasting mark on European naval powers and even influenced the age of exploration. But first, let's see how these ships fared in the heat of battle. Chapter 3. Battling the Waves. Naval Combat Prowess. When the Templars took to the seas, they did so with a precision and ferocity that mirrored their reputation on land. Take the Siege of Damietta, for example. The Templar fleet played a crucial role in this pivotal battle. Their coordination and tactical brilliance securing a hard-fought victory for the Crusaders. Or consider the fall of Acre, where their ships and soldiers fought valiantly to defend the last Crusader stronghold. It was a desperate final stand. And though the city ultimately fell, the Templars' courage in the face of overwhelming odds remains the stuff of legend. These battles were more than military engagements. They were demonstrations of how the Templars fused naval and ground warfare into a seamless strategy. And as we'll see in the next chapter, their naval power wasn't just about war. It was also the key to their economic success. Chapter 4. Faith Meets Finance. The Templars' Maritime Trade Network. The Templars' ships didn't just carry soldiers, they carried commerce, pilgrims, wine, textiles. These were the lifeblood of their economic empire, flowing through the Mediterranean on Templar vessels. Their control of key trade routes made them indispensable to both church and crown. Pilgrims paid for safe passage. Merchants relied on their protection. Every voyage brought wealth into the Templars' coffers, fueling their military campaigns and bolstering their influence. But here's where it gets complicated. The Templars weren't above engaging in commerce raiding, a polite term for piracy. These raids were both a necessity and a moral contradiction for a religious order. Later, we'll reflect on how these complexities shaped their legacy, but first, let's look at how their naval brilliance outlived the order itself. Chapter 5. An Eternal Compass, the Templar Maritime Legacy. When the Templars fell, their ships may have vanished, but their influence endured. Their ship designs, navigational techniques, and logistical innovations became templates for future generations. Explorers like Columbus and Vasco da Gama sailed vessels that bore the unmistakable marks of Templar ingenuity. And their methods of organizing and supplying expeditions, so revolutionary in their time, were adopted and refined by the great naval powers of the Renaissance. The Templar fleet didn't simply disappear. It became the foundation upon which modern maritime strategy was built. Conclusion. History's hidden harbors. The Templars' mastery of the seas is a story of vision, courage, and complexity. It's a tale that reminds us history is never as simple as it seems. There's always another layer to uncover. If this journey into the Templars' maritime legacy has sparked your curiosity, don't let it end here. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share it with fellow history lovers. Your support keeps these stories alive and fuels our exploration of history's hidden harbors. Until next time, may the winds of curiosity fill your sails, and may we continue to chart new courses together.